Hey my artsy fartsies, welcome back to Drunk Paint Nights. If you'd like to learn how to paint this, then keep watching. Alrighty, we're starting off with the main branch. It doesn't have to be straight or perfect, it's a branch. And go ahead and make attachments, which is gonna be like a sideways V. And we're moving on to our birds. You're aiming for an egg shape here, and we're going for 3. So here's your first one. Your second bird is gonna be in the center, or egg if that helps your memory. And then the third one is gonna be off to the right. So for the neck, you're gonna do very shallow C's, like the letter, and just mirror them. And the easy part, the head, just make a perfect, well, best you can circle. Go ahead and place these adorable tiny triangles onto the circles. Those are gonna be your beaks. Next, we're gonna be creating these rectangles, and keep in mind the angle of your bird, you want that rectangle to follow it. Bird 1 and 3 are on the side, so add a line for legs. Next, we're going to be creating these little arches on the ends of your rectangles. It's almost like little toes. That's going to give it a feather effect. On the third one, you're going to actually add one on top and bring it all the way up to your egg shape. Alright, so the cool thing about this painting is that background is going to be super easy. All you need is a regular household sponge. I like to get my paint ones from the dollar store, and you're going to cut it in 3s. So we're going to start with our lightest color first, and that will be your yellow. Get a nice coating on the sponge, and you're going to go right through. And you see how that Sharpie, you can still see the birds? That's exactly what we want. Just go ahead and drag it down. Just get that pigment on there right now.
And you know what? If you feel like you're starting to dry out, go ahead and grab that handy dandy squirt bottle.
So for the most part, you're gonna keep your corners clear. And for that reason, you're gonna grab another end of the sponge and dip right into it. Another good coating on there. And we're gonna start from the corner. Go ahead and drag and work your way towards the yellow. So right when you get to that yellow, I want you to take your sponge, get a rag, or paper towel, wipe the excess off the sponge as much as you can. You're still gonna have some pigment on there. And then once you have enough off, go ahead right down the center. Again, right down the center, and keep bringing it a bit forward each time. So you should have an ombre effect going on. Once you've done with the red, you're gonna do the same exact thing. Grab that third end of the sponge and dip it in the green pigment. Have your nice coating like this. If it's looking a little dry, pay attention to the lighting. Squirt a little bit on there. And same thing, dragging down, starting from the corner, working your way up towards the yellow. See, I don't have enough pigment on there, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Still starting from the corner and building up. Go ahead, get your rag again, and wipe off the excess.
Beat the shit out of it, because you gotta blend.
And go right down the center. Perfect drag. And continue that a few strokes in. All right, once your background is dry, you're gonna go ahead and grab your black. So the black I'm gonna be using today is called Black 3.0. You can find it on Culture Hustle, and it's a super matte black. It's just a really clean finish. I love using this product. If you haven't tried it, go check it out. So we're gonna start with our third bird. Remember, this was more of an egg shape, so we're just really gonna fill in these shadows. Just fill in what you sketched out, okay? And if you wanna add more, it's a silhouette, so feel free to. I'm really trying to define the egg shape that I made for the body. I'm gonna do that with all of them first, make sure I get my base. And let's go ahead and get the circles, which are the heads. Up on top, just fill that in. So for the neck, remember, as we drew it, we're gonna keep a slight curve. Go ahead and touch in those triangles that we made for the beaks. And now we just have the rectangles left. Fill in this main one. Then you have your McDonald's arc. Go ahead and fill that in as well and attach it to your rectangle. Now, since this one's more at a side angle, we're gonna go ahead and put that third arc right above, so it looks like a feather. And do the rest of the others fill in that rectangle. And don't forget to fill in your little arches. Okay, and two of our little birds have feet, the ones on the side, since they're at an angle. Go ahead and bring that stick down. So I'm gonna need one more layer. I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry and then touch it up. While I'm touching up my black, I'm gonna go ahead and do time for thought. So we go through these phases in life where you could be like really, really high and everything's going great, right? But we also have our lows, and it could be super easy to fall into that rabbit hole, you know, where it's dark, it's quiet, but it's also very lonely. Sometimes it's okay to put down your pride and ask for help, but ultimately it's up to you to pick yourself back up. Are you gonna let these low times control and dictate your life? No, hell no. You need to come out better, stronger than what you were going in. No matter how bad things are right now, or how lonely you may feel, just remember that every little thing is gonna be alright. Okay, I finished with my birdie silhouettes. These three little birds They need a branch to sit on, so let's go ahead and fill that in. I'm gonna make it a bit thicker. I'm still following my Sharpie, but I'm making it thicker, because come on, it's a branch. So it's thick, then it thins out, you know. And then just go ahead and drag it. It doesn't have to be straight, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's a branch. Tree branches come in all different shapes and sizes. Just drag, flick out, drag, flick out. Alright, so here's our 3 little birds. Last but not least, go ahead and sign your shit. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching Drunk Paint Nights. I hope you had fun, and if you did, go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos.